What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex. You're watching the Marvel edition of the Ragin Nation show. This is just a web series. We're talking about all things that matter to me in the world of Marvel films. This is episode number 33, and what we're going to talk about first is X-Men Days of Future Past. And X-Men Days of Future Past actually comes out on home video release in the middle of October. 2 weeks from now, on October 14th, you will see that X-Men Days of Future Past will be available on DVD, 2D Blu-ray, and 3D Blu-ray in its Ultimate Edition. But what's very interesting is that, well, a lot of us already know that a certain character was cut out of the film. Even though they had already filmed all their scenes, she was cut out, and that would be Anna Paquin's scenes as Rogue. Originally, her character had scenes in the movie. She was written for the film. She actually acted out all her parts, and then Bryan Singer actually edited all her parts into the movie, but it didn't make the final cut of the film. Her scenes were actually cut out of the film because apparently it affected the flow of the movie. Now it turns out that we are going to get a Rogue cut of the film. What we're going to see in the Blu-ray and DVD release 2 weeks from now will be the theatrical cut of the film. Okay, now in the special features we might see the deleted scenes or not in the special features disc. All right. However, next year, most likely in summer, there will be the Rogue cut of the film, where Rogue's scenes will be inserted, or rather integrated or edited into the theatrical cut, making it a longer film. Apparently, it's probably could be up to, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes worth of scenes. So yeah, that is happening, meaning that hardcore fans will have to double dip. Now, this doesn't mean that it's going to be the definitive version of the movie. There's lots of times where a theatrical release is the definitive version, and then the studios just want to release an extended cut just to make more money, okay? I don't think that this is one of those times. I think this is one of those, I mean, sure, it is a very commercial thing to do, but I think this is one of those things where you have an option. You could either have the Rogue cut of the film, or you can have the theatrical cut of the film. In my opinion, the theatrical cut is the director's cut because Bryan Singer felt that he just couldn't fit Rogue scenes in there. It just wouldn't work out to tell a very cohesive story. So I feel that the cut that we're getting in 2 weeks from now will be the director's cut. So I'm happy with that. As for the Rogue cut of the film, I'll wait and see and read a review to see if it's really substantial towards telling a story, and then I'll decide if I want to double dip. All right, now moving on, let's talk about Captain America 3. And you guys already know that Captain America 3 is coming out in 2016. And Jeremy Renner already confirmed that he will be starring in Captain America 3, just like how Black Widow starred in Captain America 2 as a main supporting character. Well, Jeremy Renner's going to have a pretty big part as well in Captain America 3. Now, what's very interesting is that what's very interesting is that Jeremy Renner actually confirmed that he is not interested in doing a solo Hawkeye film. He just isn't interested. There's currently no plans for a solo Hawkeye film, and even if there was, he said that he really doesn't think that's a good idea, and he's really not that interested in a solo film. He thinks that solo films would be reserved for big guys like Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, even Black Widow, but he feels that a solo film has no place for Hawkeye. That's at least how he feels, and I totally respect that. If he feels that way, then I think he's better off appearing with the Avengers and with Captain America and with Black Widow and the former agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All right, so there you have it. I just want to mention that. I thought that was very interesting that Jeremy Renner wasn't interested in having his own solo film. That's quite a career decision. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is Avengers 3. Now, you're probably thinking, what is there to talk about with regards to Avengers 3? I mean, Age of Ultron is not even out yet. As a matter of fact, it's still filming right now. Well, according to various sources, it's possible, in fact, very, very possible, that Avengers 3 is going to be split into 2 films. So you know how they split Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions into 2 films, but it's essentially one long film. Same thing with Kill Bill. Kill Bill is actually one long, like, 4.5-hour film, but it's been split into 2 films, okay? And so basically, at the end of the Avengers 3 Part 1, it's a cliffhanger, and then it continues on to Avengers 3 Part 2. Therefore, most likely we'll be getting an Avengers 3 film in, I don't know, 2018, and then 2019 we'll be getting Avengers 3 Part 2, unless they call it Avengers 4. Okay? But anyways, it's not 100% confirmed, but it just feels like that is something that the studios, or rather Disney, would totally do. Because you've seen what they've done with Twilight, okay? You've seen what they've done with Harry Potter, and you've also seen what they've done with Mockingjay. They've split them into Part 1 and Part 2, just because not only is it a big story to tell, but they could actually milk you more out of it, milk the fans more by telling a bigger picture, but splitting the movies in 2, thus making 2 films. I honestly don't mind this. I'll be completely honest. I don't mind this at all. I don't mind paying twice to watch one half of a film and another half of the film. The main reason why is because if the movie's too long, I mean, split it into 2 films. And to top things off, we're getting more out of it. We're getting more films for the future. It's not the end of Avengers after the 3rd film. They're not going to end it on a trilogy. There's one more installment. You know what I'm saying? So, and another reason why I think that they need to do that is because in every Avengers film, they introduce new characters. In Avengers 3, we're going to have a lot of characters. We're seeing Ultron, we're seeing Scarlet Witch, we're seeing Quicksilver, and also Vision. Okay? Between Avengers 2 and Avengers 3, we're going to see Doctor Strange, we're going to see Ant-Man, and who else? Who knows? So those guys are going to be added on to, you know, the Avengers 3, and maybe in Avengers 4 we're going to see the Guardians of the Galaxy cast, you know, integrated in with the Avengers. So it's going to be a pretty big movie and with a lot of big characters. Therefore, they need to make a big movie, split into 2 movies, and release it on 2018 and 2019. Considering the fact that Kevin Feige's already, or rather Marvel Studios already reserved all those dates, they got to start filling those dates with movies and movie titles. So Avengers 3 and Avengers 4 are most likely one of, or rather 2 of those titles that they've locked in dates for. So there you have it. How do you guys feel about Avengers 3 being split into 2 movies? I think it's actually a move for the studios that I really don't mind. I don't mind seeing more movies, and I also don't mind seeing a bigger picture of a movie. And I just want to see more Avengers films. So if they got to split it in 2, we'll get 2 more films. So there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name's Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Antoine Fuqua includes for his character, which makes him very, very interesting. Now, we don't learn a whole lot about Denzel Washington's past, but we still